Hey, what's up guys? We're back again to take a look at the decks that the #1 player in the entire world just won 12 games in a row with. You rarely see win streaks of 12 plus at top ladder, where everyone in the top 10 in the world aren't going to be making many mistakes. The first deck is a crazy Golem Miner deck with Mother Witch and Night Witch. When you go in for a Golem Night Witch push, a ton of opponents will either drop their spells to counter the Night Witch or drop things on top of it. If they drop anything on top of your Night Witch to try to distract it, you're going to get free piggies with the Mother Witch. And if they misallocate their spells, they're going to have a miserable time against the Flying Machine or the Surprise Minion Horde. The second deck is a super standard Golem Lightning deck with Skeleton King. It's just a little bit more safe since you're going to actually have a building and a tornado to defend all of your opponent's big pushes. And you're going to have Barbed Barrel and Tornado to clean up all the log bait and annoying bait decks in the meta. So let's go jump straight some games, test out both the decks, see which one's the best, and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. All right, so we got a game against someone that's called Be Normal. Well, unfortunately for him, we are the antithesis of any normality. One of the craziest decks that I've ever seen from a Golem perspective. Most of the time, Golem's gonna have Lightning, but this deck's got a Miner with a Mother Witch. So I'm interested to see what our opponent has here. Whenever I see Heal Spirit, I'm expecting it to probably be either like a Elixir Golem deck or maybe 3 Musketeers. But when we see Golden Knight, I'm gonna lean towards the 3 Musketeer part. Ooh, wait, is this something that I wasn't expecting at all? I mean, I could go Mother Witch if you're gonna go in for anything else that we want to kill with bait cards. I guess I'm gonna Skeleton King because my bats will die and I want to get some extra value. Yo, this is going so well for us. We're gonna get a full Skeleton King bar. He loses everything that he's got, and I can click the Skeleton King ability really quickly. Even though we've got a deck that is comprised of mostly bait cards, the Electric Giant's HP is going to dwindle down to the depths of despair. We've got the Fly Machine to go and lock on it from a distance, and then I can even go in for a Miner here so the Skeleton King doesn't die to the tower or the Electric Giant. This is going so well. Can I get a second Skeleton King ability? I don't think I've ever done that before. 2 Skeleton King abilities. There's a first time for everything, guys. No way! We did it twice. You guys gotta let me know down below in the comment section if you've ever seen that before. I certainly have not. I want to go in for a Night Witch here, so then he goes and clicks the ability and does not get any value. Maybe the bats can distract the Inferno Dragon too. Wow. I guess Night Witch is extremely good against Inferno Dragon Golden Knight, which is not something that you see every day, but he dropped a solid 9 Elixir with the Golden Knight ability, the Golden Knight, and also the Inferno Dragon, and got no value from it. Okay, so I can go in for a Golem again in the back right if I really want to, but I think I need to go and secure the left-hand tower. I don't have any big spell, so it feels uncomfortable for me to go and decide to just sack the left-hand tower and rely on my Miner plus arrows. I just don't think that's a feasible play for me. Also, we don't have a building against Electro Giant, so this is most likely one of the more difficult matchups that we would ever get. So he's probably going to go in Tornado. I kind of want to go in for a Mother Witch here, so then he's going to Tornado that, hopefully. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to go in for this, and then I'm going to go in for a Minion Horde when I get the chance. Because if we can get a Minion Horde on top of the Inferno Dragon, maybe I can find my way through with a Miner. Because it's going to be hard for him to defend this since he doesn't have many anti-air answers besides the Electro Giant. I'm pretty sure the only anti-air answer that he has is Electro Giant, so I'm expecting him to do that, so I went in for the Skeleton King so then I can go and click the Skeleton King ability and then continue to spam more stuff. So I don't know if we're going to be able to stop him here, but I think that the Electro Giant won't be able to take my tower. That's what I'm banking on right now. I need that to happen. I'm going to go in for a Golem. The Inferno Dragon will probably get captivated by the 4 bats that we have going at our opponent. And then I can go for like a Minion Horde in the middle because the Electric Giant is going to not pull that. So let's see if the Minion Horde can lock on the tower or the Inferno Dragon, or at least force out some extra Elixir from our opponent. Wait, the Inferno Dragon retargeted. No way. I can arrows here and finish off the Inferno Dragon. There's no doubt in my mind that, I mean, if we can kill the Fire Spirit, we might win the game. Oh, this is a little bit sketchy. This is a little bit more scuffed. Bro, I wish you were running a more normal version without the Fire Spirit. Maybe Fire Spirit is normal. I haven't seen that too much in Electro Giant. The Fly Machine locked onto the tower. No way, the Miner is tanking. Dude, that Fly Machine is going to win us the game. No shot. Flying Machine popping off. I guess it's kind of my favorite card in Clash Royale when I run our typical decks. I don't know how much damage this does. So for 147, that is 1 HP overkill. Wow. So yeah, Flying Machine is one of my favorite cards in the game when I'm running Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits, and it came up clutch there too. So now we're 7,000 in the world. And I actually recognize that player too. He was around top 1,000 in the world a couple seasons ago when I was playing against him. So a very good Electric Giant player. Somehow we were able to beat E-Giant without having a single building in our deck. All right, so this guy's got Mega Knight in his banner. Is he gonna stay true to his actual favorite card in the banner? Or is he gonna be switching it up and swerving us? So I feel like a villain dropping a Golem in the back first play, but when our opponent doesn't have Electro Spirit and Cycle, that might be one of their best answers to all of our annoying bait cards. Maybe the Skeleton King can thrive and get 2 abilities like it did last time. I'm just feeling really lucky today. I can go for a Fly Machine because we know he's going to go for the Archer Queen ability and he's going to try to melt my Golem. I want to make him click it a little bit faster. Yo, wait, we can get Mother Witch Piggies. He's going to go for the Archer Queen ability and then we go and concentrate onto the skeletons. That's so good. Yo, this deck is nasty. Are you kidding me right now? If I miner, he can't go in for anything because he can't drop another anti-air card since he has only Archer Queen as his anti-air answer. And then if you don't have Archer Queen in cycle for another 4 cards, the Fly Machine is going to give us infinite value in that time period. So, not actually infinite value. If it was infinite, it would have snapped that tower like Thanos. But it is what it is. Alright, let's see how big and beefy the Skeleton King can be. I think it's able to fully counter the Archer Queen on our side of the map if it doesn't push it away. Okay, so the tower isn't targeting the Archer Queen. Skeleton King, you're stupid. Why you gotta be a dumb skeleton? I guess skeletons don't have brains, right? They've kind of decomposed. So maybe that answered my question for that. I can go for a Golem in the back and then build up a pretty big push with a Night Witch and then just see what happens. If you Expo me, I'm not that scared because I can just Fly Machine and kill it, right? Pretty sure for 4 elixir, I kill the Expo. You don't take my tower, and you're not going to go for an Archer Queen because you need that to defend. Yo, he's giving us the well played. I don't know if that's sarcastic or not because I went for Golem in the back and just sacked like half my tower. But in reality, it was a good play. Oh, that's really unfortunate. The Fly Machine is just going to lock on a tower instead of hitting the cannon. I was hoping he would mess up. He's going to log. Dude, does he not have anything for the Skill Horde? I'm pretty confident that the Skill Horde might ruin this man. I'm going to go for a Skeleton King in the back so I can click the ability. I don't think I'm going to get that much value. But as long as the Archer Queen can't get a second ability down, we will be able to vibe. Yo, wait, actually? I'm thinking right now. Like, maybe I can do this, click the ability again, lock onto the Archer Queen, and then kill the Archer Queen with Skeletons and Mother Witch? I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to arrows here and just pray. Oh my gosh. If that gets a 3rd ability, I'm straight up going to cry and quit this game. As long as that doesn't happen, we're chilling. All right, so it only got a couple hits. He's going to go in for an Expo immediately on the right-hand side. I think I can just go Golem and then Night Witch. He's wondering why I dropped that right in its face. Well, I think that it's the right play because I was up so much elixir. It's going to be harder for him to defend this right now. So I want to go in for a minion horde pretty aggressively if I get the opportunity to. Otherwise, I'm just going to go Skeleton King because I think my stuff is going to die. So I want to collect some souls so we can body block his annoying Expo. Also, he just cycled something that he's not allowed to. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to go for Archer Queen there because I can go for a miner with minion horde, force you to rocket this, and then you will take a -1 trade. Usually that's what will happen. I'm not going to click the ability into the Archer Queen because it's not going to kill it since he's just going to go and click the invisibility and also use his cannon. So it just wasn't worth me spending the extra elixir. Also, since he only has Archer Queen right now, we know that he can't, like, kill the Fly Machine, so I'm just going to lock that on. As long as we... Oh, I actually missed that. Oh, no. This is actually tragic. I need to go in for arrows here on top of the skeletons and kill the Electro Spirit, and hopefully we can kill the Expo. Yo, he said good game early, but he's not winning the game right now. Wait. There's still a shot, dudes. There's still a shot. It's maybe not the best shot in the world, but... we're going to roll with it today. I don't think that the Archer Queen is going to survive this. I'm pretty confident that we can kill the Archer Queen. Yo, he's not going to keep it alive. Oh, yeah, he is. Never mind. He could rocket me twice and I would lose, so I need to keep up the aggression. Otherwise, the game is definitely over. But if he rockets, then I would minion horde, so he's not that dumb. That's really unfortunate that he's not stupid. I'm going to go in for a miner here, and then he's going to rocket, but the Golem's going to tank for the miner. So maybe this is like some scuffed miner poison play where we have, you know, the Golem tanking instead of like a Valkyrie. Wait, that locked onto the tower. He said good game early and he lost. Wow, so satisfying crushing Expo players, especially when they have that dirty rocket cycle deck with Archer Queen. Typically, what these players do is they cycle an Archer Queen in the back, and then because of the 3-card cycle, they cycle multiple rockets on your tower, and you can't do anything about it. Rocket does 591 damage at max ladder, so they can rocket your entire tower with you just sitting there and crying. And now we're 6,200 in the world, and we are climbing up. All right, so our last game with the deck. Let's see if we can close it out 3 wins in a row. That would make me feel pretty good. Obviously, we want him to go and spam into us so we can get some value with the Mother Witch. Or if we drop the Mother Witch in the back, maybe he's thinking like, oh, it's going to be a Royal Giant deck. And then we pop through with our Golem in his face. And he's like, this idiot, why is he running this deck? And honestly, it's such a fun, crazy deck that it makes Clash Royale a bit more interesting for everyone involved. I don't actually know what's going to happen. My opponent doesn't know what's going to happen. And it's a new meta strategy instead of playing the same thing for 6 years in a row like Log Bait or maybe like an Expo deck that everyone is used to playing against. So this guy's going to have Tombstone, and I think it's going to be Splash Yard or it's going to be a Golem deck. It's going to be one or the other. When we see Baby Dragon, I still don't know if it's going to be Graveyard or if it's going to be Golem, but it's going to be one or the other. So I want to go in for... I really want to go for a Golem right now because I think the Baby Dragon could be at a low amount of HP. If you got the Barb Barrel to tank for the Baby Dragon, I wouldn't have been able to go for the Golem there because the Baby Dragon would have had so much HP that he would have been able to dedicate an aggressive play with a Graveyard there if he had had that in the deck. But he's going to have Night Witch, so it's going to be a Golem deck. All right, so Golem versus Golem. It's interesting to see him drop that at the river as well. See, in this type of matchup, I think that he's likely not going to have lightning, so I can, or not going to have arrows, so I can go for a minion horde. If you had arrows, then you would likely end up having no baby dragon plus barb barrel. You're going to have tornado, barb barrel, and lightning as your deck. So because I knew that, I could minion horde on top of his Night Witch, get a lot of value, and get a huge counter push, and maybe even win the game here. I'm going to do some dual lane aggression with the Skeleton King at the river because, well, okay, Skeleton King didn't drop. It was lagging. It's like, yo, Jake, you're not allowed to drop this. It's too toxic. But yeah, Skeleton King at the river because we knew all of our cards were going to die, so we want to collect the souls and then apply more aggression. I'm not even going to respond to the baby dragon. We want to force out extra elixir from our opponent so he can't stockpile a big golem push. Stockpile is a big golem push, then I have to focus on defending, and that's not as fun as going offense pedal to the metal. I'm going to go in for another golem in the back in the same lane as the Skeleton King, or yeah, I think that's the best play. Because he's likely going to go in for a golem, and I don't want him to be able to support the Skeleton King and go the same side as me. That's really nice. Actually, his Skeleton King is out of cycle, so I feel pretty comfortable cycling a Night Witch, and then maybe just destroying everything with a minion horde. Oh, I'll get to show you guys a really cool tactic. Likely, he's going to go in for a baby dragon, so I am still a little bit scared about that. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so he's going to baby dragon the other side, so I don't know what he's going to do to kill this minion horde. I don't think it's actually possible for him to kill this minion horde. We're just going to be able to snipe everything. The minion horde is going to be able to put in Profuse value. I can go for a Skeleton King here, and the Mother Witch is going to give us also another piggy on the baby dragon. This guy has so little elixir and nothing left over. He might even lose the second tower. I can go in for a golem to tank for the fly machine. The Skeleton King is counter pushing. He has 15 seconds remaining, and he's focused on defending right now. This must be the saddest moment in this man's life right now for Clash Royale. Because if you're playing Golem versus Golem and you lose to a Golem Mother Witch deck and you're running a standard deck, you're probably like, where did I go wrong? Why did I lose to this mid-ladder strategy? And he doesn't know that this is actually played at the top of ladder at #1 in the world. Keeping up with the new meta strategy propelled us pretty high on ladder, and now we are sitting at 5,600 in the world. So now we get to use the deck that Bana used for his final games to reach #1 in the world. Let's see how it stacks up against the meme deck. I can't even call it a meme deck. The last deck was just so freaking good. How have I never seen that or played it before? Okay, this guy's going to go Lava Hound, so we definitely want to go same side since we want to stack up as many Night Witch bats as possible. The bad thing about this is the guy could hypothetically end up having an Inferno Dragon. If he's got an Inferno Dragon, it's probably going to melt my sad Golem. Okay, so he's going to have Skeleton Dragons. All right, so as long as the Golem isolates away from the Night Witch, it's not going to happen. Night Witch is going to get splashed onto as long as it's targeting the Golem. I don't think the Skeleton Dragons are going to give us any value here. Wait, no, the Skeleton Dragons are still not shooting the Night Witch. That's so weird. I'm not used to that type of targeting at all. All right, do I Tornado or do I Skeleton King? I think I got a Skeleton King here in case he goes in for a Miner, because a lot of times I'll just like get destroyed by that. Okay, I'm going to Tornado and Tombstone. I think I can afford enough elixir for the Tornado. Do I click the ability first? Oh my gosh, I didn't get the ability down. Dude, I have like no elixir. I think I'm still able to afford the Tornado to pull the balloon directly to the King Tower. Yo, how did we get out of that with no damage on our right-hand side? That's actually ludicrous. The bad thing about this is if he takes a tower, he can go straight towards the 3 crowns. So maybe I'm not out of the woodwork yet. Maybe that actually was all part of his plan. He put in a lot of work there. Kind of just let him into our home, and he just tracked dirty feet all over our King Tower. Okay, I need to go in for a Golem here. This time I want to separate my Night Witch so it's not close to the Golem, because last time the splash damage from the Skeleton Dragons put in way too much work for me to be comfortable with. All right, so I'm going to go and cycle my Night Witch off to the side so then we can have some spacing between everything. You know, you're social distancing out here, Night Witch. I like that. Maybe we can go for a Baby Dragon on top of the Skeleton Dragon so we can get some nice splash damage as well. If we can splash onto both of them and he does an Inferno Dragon, that's great. Yo, he missed the Mega Minion. That's pretty funny. I didn't think anyone would do that at top 5,000 in the world, but I guess people do mess up. All right, we could Tornado, but it doesn't make sense. I want to go for Barbarian Barrel so we can keep the Skeleton King alive if possible, and then we can Lightning depending on what he wants to do. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm just going to Skeleton King so then he doesn't spell it and kill it. Yo, he was going to kill it. Yeah, he was feeling frisky. I'm going to Lightning so I can get more damage with the Skeleton King. That might not seem very smart, but it's going to put it into spell cycle range. I need to go in for another Night Witch here and then Golem at the river. And even though he's going to have Barbarians, I think that we can do him dirty here. It's going to be very, very hard for him to defend this. And he's going to go for a Balloon and he's going to try to all-in me. So I want to go for Tombstone. And I don't think that that's going very well for me, actually. Oh, wait, somehow it pulled. I don't know how that pulled. I didn't think that would work. Do I need a Tornado? No, I'm fine. I can just like Lightning a Tornado on offense and I'll win. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to whisk him away. And I think we're going to win every single game that we play today. Maybe that's a bold assertion, but I'm feeling very dominant with this Golem deck. I think the champions are incredibly overpowered, and I think Skeleton King might be the second best card in the game after Archer Queen. So yeah, 27 trophies, and we have won every single game, 5,100 in the world. Just to show that we didn't cut out a single match, here's our battle log. 4 wins in a row, the decks are just that easy. So let's dominate with a 5-win streak of our own. You know, it's not like a 12-win streak to get #1 in the world, but, you know, we're kind of just making our own thing here. This guy isn't cycling anything at the start. This deck is actually a lot better in the later stages of the game because opposed to the spammy Golem deck with Minion Horde, this deck is going to function a little bit better when you can remove your opponent's building since you have a big spell of Lightning. So Lightning on top of Archer Queens, making sure that you can get more value with your units, that's something that I'm here for. If I'm dropping Golem in the back first play and I don't really understand what my opponent's deck is because this deck is requiring a little bit more skill than the other Golem deck, I can't necessarily do that as often. Okay, so I wonder what he's running. I generally don't want to go in the same lane as that Inferno Dragon because the Skeleton King would just get melted, and I obviously don't want to go for a Golem in the back. What I can do here is I can go in for a Barbarian Barrel to pull the Mega Knight, and then I can activate King Tower, or no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to go for a Tombstone, and then I'm going to Tornado so that we can kill those bats so we don't take too much damage. I think it would have been a bit better for me to activate King Tower, but I couldn't have guaranteed that I was going to stop the bats, so I decided not to. He doesn't have Inferno Dragon in cycle, so it's going to be harder for him to defend this. So I want to go and apply some more aggression with a Baby Dragon and a Skeleton King ability. Maybe the Baby Dragon was stupid. I don't know. I did drop 4 Elixir there, and I'm going to go right into an Inferno Dragon. So maybe not the best play in my life, but it's fine because as long as he doesn't Miner with this, the Inferno Dragon is going to get wasted and destroyed. So typically, when you play against someone with a Mega Knight deck and you get to the later stages of the game, like double Elixir, you're going to get a huge advantage because your cards just clean up the Mega Knight very well, whereas they're only going to have Inferno Dragon to be able to shut down your Golem. And the Inferno Dragon is going to get distracted by Night Witch bats and also maybe even a reset of a Lightning if you really want to. Just something to keep in mind. I don't think that the Hog Rider is even going to get a single hit on my tower, so I just want to go for a Golem in the back since he ended up wasting 4 Elixir into a 3 Elixir Tombstone that I had already dropped on the map. You can also maybe even go in for a Skeleton King here, and then maybe go for a Tornado so we can go and pull back the Mega Knight and finish off the bats, and make sure that the Mega Knight doesn't jump on me because I'm just going to go and click the ability here. I think that the Night Witch needed to come down on the other side, so it's unfortunate that we're going to lose our Skeleton King on the left-hand side, but I firmly believe that we can have a bounce back effect here. I'm going to go in for Barbarian Barrel when I get the chance. I am going to first and foremost go in for the Night Witch, actually. Yeah, I'm not going to go for the Barb Barrel. I think the Night Witch bats are going to be more than enough. He's likely just going to overcommit on the other side anyway, so I mean, I can go in for a Barbarian Barrel here. I can pull the Hog Rider because I know that the Hog Rider is actually going to get a lot of damage. So I'm going to go Tornado that as quickly as I can. And then I think that the Inferno Dragon will also die as well to the Night Witch bat. So I'm not too worried. 100% chance that he goes in for Inferno Dragon or he goes in for something annoying here. Wait, why did he do that? Out of all the plays that he could have done, he did that one. That's interesting that he decided to go for a Hog Rider. Totally did not anticipate that. All right, I'm going to go in for a Golem and make sure that the Night Witch doesn't go in front. So if he zaps, he's not going to be able to get the Musketeer to lock on. We can Lightning on all of his junk here. I think that that might be a good idea, but I'm not going to do it, actually. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to Lightning on the double Musketeers. I think it's worth it. Even though we only have bats alive, it's going to get a lot of damage on the tower, and that might put us in the lead. Wait, this game is really weird. I don't know if you guys have ever played against a Mega Knight player that just kind of has Hog Rider randomly in their deck, but that's what's happening right now. If you guys hate playing against Hog Rider as much as I do with 2.6, you might think that this is a bit more refreshing because you see different cards with it. Maybe you don't, though. Maybe you're like, I see Mega Knight Hog Rider all day, Jake. Okay, so we're going to lose the Skeleton King for sure. I can go in for Lightning on top of the Musketeer and the Inferno Dragon. This time it will kill it because the Inferno Dragon is already damaged. So he's going to lose the Mega Knight and everything's going to retarget, and then we can go for Baby Dragon, and then we can Tornado afterward. So he's saying good luck. He's very salty. As you guys can tell, I'm not even going to be disingenuous with you guys. I think that this is a good matchup, so I probably did get a little bit of good luck. That's how it works, though, in Clash Royale. You get good matchups, you get bad matchups. And this Golem deck, because it's one of the best decks in Clash Royale, it's probably going to give me more good matchups than bad matchups. So he's just going to keep spamming good luck as a salty sir, and we're going to give him the peace out emoji because we ripped his towers to pieces. GG, well played, and peace out. We're going to find out where we ended in the world. It's going to show the battle log one more time so you guys can see everything was in a row. And we ended with 4,500 in the world with a 5-game win streak. These Golem decks are top tier. So it's safe to say that the first deck of the day was by far the most fun. Completely cleaning up a Night Witch Golem push with a Minion Horde when our opponent didn't expect it was absolutely hilarious. And somehow we were able to beat an Electro Giant deck without any building. So if you want to climb up trophies fast or just have a lot of fun playing the game, that deck is definitely where it's at. But if you want to play a bit safer and secure your wins, the Golem Lightning deck is by far the best. There's a reason that Bana switched to this deck when he got closer to #1 in the world. When we played against that Mega Knight Bridge Spam player with a random Hog Rider, because we had Tornado, Barbarian Barrel, and Tombstone, we were still able to stay safe even though we had no clue what he was going to do. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more daily content, and have an incredible rest of your day.